Welcome to yet another episode of Atypical.
Guys,
Today we're continuing the topic of dating apps.
what are we talking about?
We're going to talk about pros and cons of dating apps.
Wait. We already discussed that there's no dating app in the first episode. Are there any pros?
Yes, that's the whole topic of pros and cons of dating apps.
You're saying that you're benefiting from it.
I'm not... Pros and cons doesn't mean in a way that it's going to benefit you financially, mentally, physically, emotionally. But it can. That everything has two sides.
Okay, you have a different perspective now.
I don't have a different perspective, but I like to see it from both sides. And which makes me a very typical Libra. I'm not saying dating app is 100% positive, nor am I saying it's 100% bad. You get something out of it. You always do. Like, even if it's a hookup app, you can get great sex, or you can get bad sex. You get different kinds, right?
Yeah, that's how you get regulars, right? Yeah.
Let's talk about dating apps pros in general. I think one of the biggest pros would be if you are introverted. If you're new to this place, how are you supposed to meet new people?
Yeah, true. It's very hard.
As an immigrant yourself, and like you be friends when you're introduced to someone, but if somebody's not introducing you to someone, you would like to find your friends. How are you finding them?
Well, to be honest, at first, when I first came here, that's how I improved my communication skills.
Exactly. So see, the biggest pro of dating apps is meeting people. Like, whether you like them or not,
Yeah.
meeting people is one of the biggest advantages
Yeah.
and disadvantage at the same time, I would say.
Yeah, like meeting other people definitely let me practice my English more. Because when I first came here, it was still hard. But like after constantly meeting these people, no matter it's hookup or mostly hookup,
Knowing you,
but
yes.
but they actually, most of them, they're willing to talk after the sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most people do, but most people don't as well. So
Especially when I first came here, it was February, which is Pride Month in Auckland. There are so many people all over the world coming to New Zealand for this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I get to meet so many people.
And did you get an STI check after?
Yeah, of course.
Not getting sidetracked, but...
And also because I spent most of my life in China, I don't really have that kind of multicultural moment in my life. It was like everything's fresh, everything was new. I get to with a lot of people.
Get to what? Have sex with a lot of different people of different races.
Yeah.
And it's not bad, you're exploring. So
Yeah.
nothing is off the limits. Like everybody wants to do is try different flavors, I would say.
Yeah. It was a fun time.
Yeah, it was something for you, I guess. You know?
Yeah.
I think one of the other advantages of dating apps is because in today's day, like people don't have the courage to go up to someone and say like, hey, I really like you. Would you like to grab a drink sometime? Very rare. 1 in a million that would happen. Like we go to we have been to bars at times.
Yeah, even though it's gay bar, it's like an environment for you to actually talk to someone you might be interested, but everyone still only hang out with the people they know.
Yeah, like even if you like someone's like makeup, outfit, or the way they look, you would just say like, oh my god, I just love what you're wearing, or love the way you look.
But you always talk to women.
Yeah, women are easy to make friends with. I consider myself very feminine. And for me, I don't know, it's very natural to just like go up to any woman and strike up a conversation.
But you can't do that with men.
No.
Yeah. No matter he's gay or straight.
Yeah, unless I find something interesting in them, it's a no for me. Like, I would consider myself the princess in all the situation. So if you find me attractive or if you want to talk to me, come and approach me. I'm not doing that for you.
And also because you look quite county. You look very hard to talk to.
I mean, what can I say?
You always have that, I don't know.
Resting bitch face.
Yeah.
I get it. I get that a lot. If I ever had a drag name, I'm gonna call myself Real B-itch. Because I am one.
And I'll be the fake BH.
Oh,
House
my
of...
drag daughter. House of Itches. Talking about dating apps again, as we were talking about the pros, you get to see a lot of people in a lot of different places at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, I believe there are certain apps where you can see what's around the globe as well.
Mm-hmm.
You can see people from different countries and how they present themselves on dating apps. Do you think that's fair to say it's a pro?
I guess, yes. Yes, because I get to improve my English while talking to different people, absorb different kinds of culture. That's quite useful for me when I first came here.
Yeah.
Helped me a lot. Yeah.
Let's talk about some cons before we go back into pros again.
Yeah.
You can find a lot of people. But how do you know who to trust? Where to go? Like, you could be used and abused in situations like this because you don't know that person behind the screen.
I don't know. They always say gay men are brave.
They do, but I'm just saying, like, that's also a disadvantage. Like, people can take an advantage of you.
It could be dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though most of the times it's not. You have done it. I have done it. I'm not saying we are all, like, very pure, like milk.
Yeah.
Right? What if there are cameras in their room recording you?
Yeah, true.
You're being recorded. Like, nowadays, nobody cares about you being blackmailed about you were having sex. People would love to see, as long as they're hot on the videos. But it's just that is a possibility that somebody has recorded you and can blackmail you in the future.
Yeah, that is a potential harm.
Yeah.
But, like, everything has a risk.
Everything
you just
does.
need to know how to take the risks. You need to assess it before you actually go.
Yeah.
You need to be very good at this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are very good at this, aren't you?
Well, every gay man is. Not just us. Because that's a way of living now.
Sure. Not for me. Dating is fine because you can still go in person at a restaurant or a cafe or somewhere in person without actually going to this person's place. Whereas hookups, you're basically going to somebody's stranger's house.
Yeah.
Like, you could be robbed. You could end up in a Jeffrey Dahmer situation.
You could be kidnapped.
You could, or you could be drugged.
Yeah, anything could happen. Be careful, guys.
Be careful, really careful. Like, especially young kids. When I used to be on a dating app, there was this teenager who just reached out to me, and I was so blown away by this whole thing. Is that this teenager was like, I am 15 years old. Would you like to have sex with me? And I'm like, babe, you are 15. I get it. You want sex or hook up. You might not be out publicly, but try and find somebody in your age group. Don't come on these apps because it could be dangerous. Like, there are, like, I'm not saying like older men are pedophiles, but there are people like in their 60s or 40s who would be like, oh, 15-year-old, let me have sex with this person. But, like, they can end up getting raped and stuff, like, this is not safe.
Yeah.
And it just, like, baffles my mind that young boys and girls do that.
Yeah, I have had the same experience.
I had to, like, literally reject this person and tell him, like, to get off this app.
So there's this teenager approached me saying that I'm 15 years old, but he's actually asking me to contact one of his hookups on one of these dating apps because that guy recorded him and kind of blackmailed him.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is a horrific story.
Yeah,
like,
but
because the teenager is still young, probably living with parents, and this other person might know the parents or something, and he would be blackmailing this child to have sex again. So
That's
that's one of the biggest cons of.
anybody who's trying to approach these teenagers, they are
Pedophiles.
yeah
Basically, like if there is a teenager on there,
lunatic.
just please stop.
Yeah,
Do
just
not
don't. Yeah.
do not encourage this behavior
Yeah,
at
yeah,
all.
yeah.
And have you had any good experiences with dating apps?
Yeah, actually made a authentic friend. Yeah, initially, he's talking to me a lot, but we actually found out that we both bottoms.
Okay, TMI for the audience. They did not need to know what you are, but go ahead.
Yeah, and but we're still willing to see each other. And after actually see him in person, we had a good conversation, and we're willing to make friends. And I even meet him again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So which is very unusual on dating app.
I think dating/hookup apps can bring people together
Yeah. True.
and make friends easier.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, if I am interested in something and this person I had sex with, we're interested in something similar. For example, we both love pottery or we both love ABBA. We'll go and see ABBA together or do pottery together. But, like, that's how you, like, after sex, you talk and you find out similarities.
Yeah.
So, I think it's a good positive to make friends. Well, most of the dating apps where we consider everything is a hookup app. We do have saunas and stuff. If people want just sex, they could go there as well, right? What is the point of dating app then?
Because in sauna, you don't really talk, you just fuck.
Well,
Dating app give you a platform for you to talk a little bit before actually meeting up or make the decision that you're hooking up with this guy.
see?
Yeah.
You are coming up with positives for dating apps. Somebody who started like, there is nothing right with dating apps.
But like, how do you talk to someone in sauna? That's weird. We don't talk in sauna. We just touch and go. Like if you're approaching somebody and somebody's refusing you, you leave. If he's taking you, he's accepting you, and you go with him.
Well, I have never been to one and to understand this fully because like I am like a very, you know, you have to like woo me up before you can even like touch me kind of person. You can't just like approach me.
Would you go to saunas again?
I don't think so.
Just for the fun of it, not even.
Do what? Do what there? Talking about good experiences, you can make friends, but also there's a possibility of actually meeting a good person you might want to date and you end up dating.
Did you date someone?
Yes, I
Yeah.
did meet him
Yeah.
through one of these apps.
Yeah.
We actually saw each other when I was really into hookups and everything 2 years ago for the very first time. And then we kind of kept in touch, but not really. But then I think this last year we just started getting in touch.
But he still got your contact.
He still had my contact.
You see, yeah, and he approached you again.
Kind of, yes.
Yeah, that's how it all started.
Well, we were just like wanting to have a good old time, like everybody else does. And yeah, he is a very special person in my life at the moment. So, well, I did not see that happening at all for a very long time. I was like, I'm gonna die single.
Yeah, and I also met someone through hookup app, but I didn't hook up with him right away. Because when I was talking to him before hooking up with him, I recognized that he's actually a gentle and kind person, and I don't want to start by hooking up with him. Yeah.
And now you guys are going on movie dates.
Yeah. See, it brings up some like good genuine people still.
Yeah.
So you have to be very good at identifying who is good to meet or who is.
Not really. Like, see,
Yeah.
with my special person,
Yeah.
we just wanted sex.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
There was nothing special or specific that him and I wanted. But I think after the conversations kept on going, we felt at ease with each other without trying.
Yeah, that's the perfect situation.
Like, we did not have to try hard. We were not even thinking of anything. But eventually, things have been going well. Moving towards cons of dating apps. Ghosting.
Oh.
The biggest and the most important con of them all is ghosting that happens. Are you the type getting ghosted or you are the ghoster?
I am the ghoster
I
most
knew
of the
this.
time. But I'm not a demonic twink.
I'm not saying you're a demonic twink,
Yeah.
but you kind of are at the same time.
No, I'm not. Justice for me.
Hashtag justice for Kai.
Justice for Jen don't.
Yes. Yes. Justice for Jane Jones. But
Okay. But sometimes yeah, when I don't think this is going great. Let's separate. Let's talk about date first. I was kind of seeing this guy for a few times, but it didn't go as what I wanted, so I kind of like slide it away. Because I'm not feeling good about the date and the way he talked and the way he lives his life. I don't really
Oh,
like
the way he
it.
treated you, basically. And
But it's just quite horrible. I remember last time I see him, he treated me quite shitty.
yeah.
Like he's trying to be mean on purpose.
Yeah, I just don't understand. So I understand ghosting, but like I understand why you did it.
Yeah.
In my opinion, ghosting is one of the most worst things to do. But if you like someone and like let's just say you haven't met this person, you're just like talking to them online. The conversation just has started and you have been talking for a day or for two. You are scheduling a time to meet. And before the time, this person is like crickets, disappears. It's just like
That's the worst.
that makes you feel shitty
Especially
to the core.
Yeah, you have to prepare for him. Yeah.
I'm not talking about sexually, but also like
Emotionally.
being stood up on dates.
Yeah, like you're being left, nobody picks you.
Like you were supposed to go to this restaurant or something, but
Yeah.
actually this person never showed up.
It's very bad.
Like it's so like you just feel in that moment that what is wrong with me? Did I do something wrong? Am I not good enough? Those are the questions you start thinking about yourself.
Yeah, yeah. You're thinking about that you might did something wrong and that might cause this.
Yeah. And which
But
is
it's actually not.
the case.
Yeah.
In most of the times, it's just
Yeah.
like men are flaky.
Yeah.
They will literally change their mind immediately.
Yeah.
If they are horny and really horny, they will be like texting you non-stop. As soon as they have jerked off, the cum is out of their dick, the balls are drained. They're like, who's you? Who is you? Like, I am not saying anything mean. I am a man myself.
Yeah.
I know the horrible feeling. Like, because dating apps, one of the good positives about dating apps, while we're talking about the cons, is that if you want instant validation, you get that. You get that instant validation on dating apps. Put on a damn hot pic. There's like 50 men who will like tap you or will be like texting you, oh my God, you look amazing. You're so hot. Let's meet up. That instant validation does exist.
Yeah. I think it's a bit unhealthy to keep having these validations just to keep yourself happy.
Which is very true.
Yeah.
That is why I'm saying like it's a quick validation. If you need that, you can get that. It's not a long-term solution.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean anything eventually.
Well, if in the moment, if you had a bad day, for example,
Yeah.
you're feeling like the world has drawn upon you. There is nothing good left in life. You feel like crap. But then suddenly there's like 50 men telling you, you are hot, I
Yeah.
want you. Makes you feel some kind of way in that moment.
Yeah, but if you want that every day, it might be.
Then it's wrong.
Yeah.
Then it's wrong, obviously. As we were talking about the negatives of dating apps, because dating app consists of men who project their insecurities towards you. So there are a bunch of people who are racist over there, who have certain type. They will degrade you. They are mostly like, if you are not of their race, basically you are less than them. Or they would like, for example, I had a friend who was literally, there was this particular guy told him that he was like, I think he's from Hong Kong or China. He was told by this guy that you should go back to your country even though this person is born here.
Oh my god.
And they were like, you better eat your noodles with your chopsticks. And
oh my god.
yeah, that was told to him. And then he literally replied, and I love that he did it. And he's like, and do you find pepper spicy? And I was just like, damn, that's a good burn. I'm talking too much about that. Another question, I think, and I relate to this con more than anything, is how energy draining and time consuming dating apps are.
Yeah, literally, especially when someone's being hostile. There's this guy who's asking me for Facebook, and I send it to him. He's saying that, can you take one right now? And I take one right now. I send it to him, and after seeing it, he blocked me.
Oh my god.
Like, it happened a few times.
Yeah.
I don't really get it, but they're being very hostile.
Yeah, they are. They are very
Yeah.
hostile. So which
Yeah.
is,
There's no need.
there is no need. Just tell them like, you're not my type. Sorry.
Yeah, you don't have to block right away.
Or just like clear communication. Like this is
Yeah.
not hard.
Yeah, you can't just say, you're good, but sorry, I can't.
not for me.
Yeah.
Just say not for me.
Yeah.
It wouldn't hurt anyone's feelings if you
Yeah.
say that.
They usually don't show their faces.
Yeah, are the ones who will block
Yeah,
you.
so they just can't say anything they want, even though they're being very rude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, bitch, why are you hiding your face?
Yeah, yeah.
Are you ugly? Like, come on. It's just
Yeah.
like one of those biggest, like, a no-no for me in dating apps.
Yeah, yeah.
But do you think people actually know what they want on dating apps these days?
Not really. You know, like men are more like dick is their brain. Basically, the main part is the dick, not the brain.
Yeah.
I kind of want a hoe. Yeah, might as well just go to the dating app, find a few hoes, and after I finish, it's finished. I don't want to deal with all that.
But one of the hot takes I want to ask between the two of us, Grindr is a dating app, yes or no?
No. No, hell no. No.
I agree.
Yeah.
Grindr is not a dating app. Even though the person I'm seeing, I found him on. Oops, my bad.
Well, you are using it as a dating app.
Well, I use all the apps as dating apps.
Yes, the man I am saying is also through sniffies.
Well, I guess, but the thing is, like, we don't have any platform to be very authentically ourselves and find an actual date. We discussed dating apps do have pros and cons, but in reality, it just depends on people. If you can't be yourself, how are you gonna show up for anyone else? Can I get a gay man?
Gay man.
Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us in our yet another episode of Atypical,
Guys.
where we did talk about a lot about our pros and cons, and we will talk more about them in the next episode.
Yeah.
And if you like our content, please
leave a comment, subscribe.
Like, and if you have anything we should improve on, please mention that too.
Thanks for listening.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.